All right, guys, so you are all probably familiar, hopefully not too familiar, with this shot right here. A ball that is getting way too close to the heel, perhaps that dreaded word that we don't want to say, a shank. It happens to the best of us, but we have to know how to get rid of it, and we have to get rid of it fast. So let's talk about that. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about the shank here, okay? So as we're going through the shank, we're going to talk about a couple of concepts with impact, and we're going to talk about getting rid of this really, really fast, okay? Now, in the end, if you have good impact dynamics and you understand how impact works with your body, but also with how we deliver the golf club, you're probably not going to see this shot surface too much. Never say never. We see it even happen to professionals. Justin Thomas won the PGA hitting a shank in the final round. That will happen once in a while. But if you need more help on your impact, make sure you check out our Art of Impact crash course, which I will link down below, okay? So that will have all of what you need for impact, and it's 100% free. So make sure you go check that out and make sure you're dialed in, okay? So the shank, if we're going to fix this quickly, let's get to the heart of what is going on, okay? We obviously have our impact location, okay? Our impact location is more towards the heel side, all right? Now, there are a variety of ways that this happens, okay? Biggest one is going to be we are getting our hands and arms closer to the ball, right? We are throwing the club out closer to the ball. We are extending the club out. We're extending the wrists out. All of those things are going out towards the golf ball way, way too fast. And then what ends up happening a lot of times is because we do that, our body will get in the way. We will early extend into the golf ball. This will be for you early extenders. You start early extending, and that club is going to be going out there as well, okay? So your body, your hands, your arms. Now, it could be, hey, your body is moving into the golf ball. Could be your hands and arms are going to be moving into the golf ball. Typically, we're going to see both, but what the cause is, which the one that you are doing, is what you got to figure out, okay? So there's two things I like for people to do, okay? One, we are going to learn what the correct motions are, but we're also going to do a drill here that I love to do. So what I'll do is that we put a tee down, okay? Now we obviously have the indoor tee here, but I'm going to put it at just a couple inches inside of the golf ball, and then we are going to set up to the golf ball. So the drill I like for people to do while they are trying to figure out what's going on is you're going to set up to the ball, but we are going to hit both items, okay, the ball and the tee with our club as we go through. So again, set up to the golf ball, but hit the tee as you go through. Hit both items as you go through, okay? We need to move that club and make sure that the center of the golf club, all right, the center of the face is not getting out away from us. So while we do this, there's two things I like for people to look at, okay? One, when we go up to the top of the swing, we need to make sure our hands and arms aren't going out towards the golf ball, okay? They should be working more down, okay? They work down, the club head works out to the ball, okay? Biggest reason that people are shanking is if I'm set up here at address, okay, my hands are located and they're in this circle that's going around my body, okay? They're in this position. When I go up and I come back down, you need to get your hands back in that circle that's going around your body. Again, most people, whether they're people that try to take it straight back or whatever else they're trying to do, they're getting those hands above that circle, and then they're trying to work it back in. It's not going to work, okay? You're going to be fighting the club, and you're going to lose control of the club, okay? So we got to get those hands and arms working more down and back into the circle around us. The other thing we have to do is we have to realize that our hips, our body, cannot invade the space. We have to give ourselves room to achieve that goal of getting our hands back in the circle. So when we do this and we make a backswing, what you'll notice is if you make a good backswing, you're going to turn and you're actually going to extend up a little bit, which is a good thing. But when I go to hit, I need to get my chest back down. Okay, so as I'm lowering down, I need to get my chest back down, all right? And what that's gonna do is kick my rear end back, okay? Now, as my chest goes down, I've got a lot of space to work this club around, okay? And so we'll have people do that, okay? And they'll work on it and they'll say, all right, hey, I'm gonna go up, hands and arms come down, chest comes down, butt's back, okay? And then we hit a shot where we say, all right, hit both items. Now, what will happen is, or what I hope happens, is we will start hitting the ball on the toe, okay? Very, very okay with that. Again, we have an extreme problem. We are shanking it. We are extremely on the heel side of the club. We need to correct that. So what we do is we got to go the other way. We have to get it to a point where we start learning, all right, hey, I know how to keep the club closer to me, which would mean, hey, I'm going to hit the ball more on the toe. And so what we can do then is after we start hitting it a little bit on the toe, again, I would want to consistently see that. I would say, all right, hey, how do we go through and now get the center of the face? So what we can do is actually set up 2 tees and actually make like a field goal. Swing through that field goal as you go, getting the feeling of keeping the butt back, feel like you're getting those hands into that circle. And if we do that, we should just be able to set up to the ball and get a feel for how to hit the ball in the center of the face, okay? And you can see my contact is much more in the center of that golf club, and that's gonna be very, very key, and that's why you're hitting the shanks is we're not hitting it there, okay? So that is how we get rid of them. We get rid of them fast. If you're on the course, you gotta start thinking about why am I getting closer, getting things more in sync so that body, those hands, they can stay away, the club head can travel out, okay? So that is how we stop a shank. That's how we stop it really fast. Again, if you don't have a good understanding of impact, you should make sure you check out our free impact course. It is in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.